Do you struggle to find a well-fitting bra that not only fits you properly, but also just makes you feel confident and comfortable in your own skin? You are not alone. I am right there with you. I am a busy mom of 5 with an unusual bust size. I have been breastfeeding perpetually for the past, 9 years or so. And bras have just always been one garment that I have never found satisfaction in the bras I have and the bras that I've bought for myself. No matter how high end they are or how much they are supposedly fitting my correct size, I've just never felt comfortable with the way they make me look and the support they give. I decided it was time to try something new. A little bit of background, I am a corset maker. I have made historical corsets, mostly from the Victorian period, but as far back as the 1700s stays for the past several years. And I have really been able to perfect how I want a undergarment like a corset or a bra to support me and how I want it to fit me. And with corsets, I was really able to get that down to a science, to the point where I was actually wearing my historical corsets on a daily basis because they just were so much superior to the bras that I had as a nursing mom. But I decided it was time to give bras a chance. I had been comparing, my custom fit handmade corsets that were made for my body to the store-bought bras that were still my right size, but they weren't made for my body specifically. And I decided it was time to embark on the journey of making my own bras. If you've ever thought of making your own bras but just never thought it was possible, but you've never been satisfied with the bras that you've been able to buy for yourself, look no further. This video is going to really help you and really just show you that it's possible and show you the amazing benefits of making your own bras. So today's video will be a hybrid of, first of all, me just talking to you about the benefits of bra making, as well as taking you along for the journey of me making my very own bra. And while I have made several bras before, this is the first bra that I'm making with modern bra making fabrics. So it's basically combining my ideals of vintage bra shape with modern comfortable materials. And if you'd like to hear my thoughts on vintage bras versus modern bras in both their fabric and their design, then check out my video on vintage bras right here. So as a nursing mom, the bras that I made prior to my pregnancy are no longer fitting me. My baby's about 5 months old, and I do find that my size can fluctuate a lot within that first year. And so none of my handmade bras are fitting me. So I'm ready to make one that fits me, but is still supportive and comfortable. That's what we're going to be doing in this video. Okay, before we jump into all of the amazing benefits and the hows of making your own DIY bras, I'd like to introduce you to the wonderful sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an amazing online platform with classes on so many different topics. No matter who you are or what you're interested in, there is a class for you on Skillshare. They have classes on animation, fine art, photography, videography, video editing, sewing, knitting, painting, creative writing, and a lot of really cool cutting edge topics like how to use AI to organize your life. That is actually a class that really popped out at me immediately, and I've been taking that class and I have learned so much. It has literally blown my mind and begun to already revolutionize the way that I organize things. Skillshare is more than just a platform. It's a community of creative doers and dreamers. Hey, maybe you would like to start a creative side hustle to start earning some side income. They have classes on entrepreneurship, freelancing, social media skills. They're very doable, so you can finish a class in a relatively short period of time. With Skillshare, you decide when and how and where you learn. No timelines, no deadlines, no pressure. Another class that I've been taking is their creative writing class. Writing has always been something that has interested me, and I would like to find small ways to work that in, and it's really helping me in a very sustainable manner that fits in with my busy life. So, are you ready? Join Skillshare today and unlock a world of creative opportunities for yourself. The first 1,000 people to sign up using the link in the description below will receive their first month of Skillshare membership for free. Join the revolution of lifelong learners today with Skillshare. Okay, so let's jump into the amazing benefits of making your own DIY bras. First of all, this is one of the most obvious ones that jumps to mind for me, and it is the fact that you can customize the fit. When it comes to what we call foundation garments, which are literally the garments that form the foundation of our outer wardrobe and form the overall shape of our bodies, such as bras or corsets in my case, it's very important to have a custom fit because we're all unique, and the whole point of a support garment like a bra is that it is uplifting your unique shape and flattering your unique shape. And there's really no way that you can beat the amazing results of making your own custom fit bra. Does this mean you have to draft your own bra pattern from scratch? Definitely not. You can use, there's so many different bra patterns out there, different styles, underwire, no underwire, vintage inspired, modern inspired, more of a pointed shape, more of a round shape, or somewhere in between. And, there's just so many different options. And then I can recommend to you specifically the bra pattern that I am using for my current bra that I'm working on. And they literally offer like the equivalent of hundreds of sizes all in one bra pattern, because if you combine all of the options for the back sizes with all of the options for the different cup sizes, you can really get it down to your exact shape. And then when you add in the fact that you can make a quick mock-up of your pattern and just test it out on your body and make little adjustments to it, which aren't really that hard to make at all, you can really get an amazing fit by making your own bra. And the amazing thing is that once you've put in that initial legwork of finding a pattern that you like and maybe adjusting it just a little bit to fit you the best, then you can keep reusing that pattern and you can make it in lots of different styles and fabrics and colors. So that's really great. Having well-fitting undergarments, or what we call foundation garments, are really one of the best hacks to feeling comfortable in your own skin and in your chosen wardrobe. Because no matter how nice your clothes are, they're not going to look as good as they could if you're wearing an ill-fitting bra or a non-supportive bra. So that's why having a well-fitting bra is so important, and you can so totally achieve it by making your own. Okay. Benefit number 2 of making your own bras is how cost effective it is. Now, normally when it comes to sewing your own clothes, it's not necessarily going to save you a whole lot of money compared to buying your own, especially if you're comparing it to fast fashion, very cheap prices. But when it comes to bras, making your own bras is one area where you can totally save a lot of money, no matter what type of bras you're buying. Of course, there's a range of expensive bras that you can buy versus very cheap bras that you can buy. But when you consider that you really don't need a lot of fabric to make a bra, the cost of the materials is so low, and it actually can be a relatively quick project to sew in terms of your time as well. So it really is cost and time effective to make your own bras. Another way making your own bras can save you time and money is what I alluded to earlier, which is simply the fact that it can help all of your other clothes fit you so much better and just take out so much of the guesswork and so much of the struggle out of trying to find clothes that fit you and that flatter you. If you have a well-fitting bra underneath those clothes, you are set, and it's going to save you so much time and hassle and money on choosing your outer wardrobe to complement your body. Okay, finally, benefit number 3 about making your own bras is that you can express your own unique style through making your own bras. I don't know about you, but let's just use my perspective as a breastfeeding mom. You will probably know, if you have been through this experience, that when you are looking for a nursing bra, you are severely limited when it comes to the style of bra. So not only can it be challenging finding your right size and a bra that you like the shape of and that's nursing accessible, most of the good nursing bras are very kind of plain and simple. Now, there are some brands that are starting to make more fancy nursing bras for those of us who want that. And let me tell you, literally, I've been breastfeeding for the past 9 years. So it is nice to have a nice looking bra that's still nursing accessible. So yeah, making your own bras is a really easy way to get the look of bra that you want without having to spend tons of money or just search and search and search. Finally, the last benefit of bra making is just simply empowerment. It is incredibly empowering to be able to make your own lingerie. And sometimes people view, lingerie or undergarments as like the one thing that they don't think they can ever make, when in reality, it's actually a lot easier than you probably think it is. And once you get that skill going of making your own bras, it can just be so empowering to be able to make your own undergarments and to be self-reliant in that area of your life and not have to content yourself with ill-fitting undergarments. Okay, so now that we've covered the benefits of bra making, let's talk about some of the hows of bra making. And as we go through this, I'm going to be showing you most of the process of me making my very own bra. And so let's introduce the bra I'm making. I am not sponsored by this company, but I am making a bra by the company Bra Makers Supply. They are a wonderful, actually Canadian company, but they do ship worldwide as far as I know, and they are some of the best. So I believe the woman who started it, her name is Beverly. She has actually taught classes about bra making. Like, she's that good, and she has a very extensive blog as well with different articles about various very, niched topics of bra making. And then they sell in very extensive collection of bra patterns as well as bra supplies. So if you are looking to make your own bra, I would definitely recommend you to check out their website, because not only do they sell all these things, but they also have very handy and convenient bra supply kits. So once you choose which pattern you want, they sell different kits for the different patterns that has the fabric you need, as well as the strap material, the elastics, and the other notions that you'll need. So it makes it a really easy way to get into bra making, because I can tell you from experience that usually the hardest part of learning something new is just figuring out what materials and what supplies to gather. And so this takes all the guesswork out of that. So the bra that I am making in this video is called the Ingrid bra. And I really liked it because it's a wire-free bra, and I do like and want wire-free bras, although I am also wearing underwire bras. I'm not against underwire by any means, but it is good to have a well-fitting non-wired bra. And what I like about this one specifically is that it uses a vintage bra design. If you'd like to hear my thoughts on vintage bras and why I find their designs to be better than modern bras, then check out my other video, which will be linked in the description. But this bra uses some of the secrets of vintage bra design to give it that really supportive shape and that separated shape, so you're not having a uniboob situation going on, but it does it without needing to use underwire, which is really amazing. So I actually first made what I'm calling a functional mock-up of this pattern out of linen, because I do love me a good woven fabric bra. And again, I talk all about that in my vintage bra videos, so check that out. But I also wanted to make it in a modern bra making fabric that sort of has the balance between being a little tiny bit stretchy, just to make it more comfortable, especially for the band pieces, while also being very supportive. So I used a fabric called Duoplex, which is a modern bra making fabric, but I used a Duoplex that's very, firm and not very stretchy. It's practically non-stretch. It just has a little tiny bit of stretch in it, which I love, but it also has a very nice, just satiny appearance. And yeah, so that's what I used. I also used a little bit of power net for just the back band pieces, because that's the one area of the bra where you might want to have some stretch, because having a non-stretch band can be a little uncomfortable sometimes, especially if you gain a little bit of weight. And then also, if you're making more of a modern style bra, you're going to want some forms of elastic, and I don't want to get you overwhelmed because it's so easy, like I said, to just find a kit that includes all of the elastic you'll need. And if you're buying the corresponding pattern from the website that I've linked below, then it will instruct you exactly as to which elastics to use in which areas of the bra. And it's really quite intuitive once you just start the first time, Okay, step 2 is choosing a pattern. I've already alluded to this a bit, but when it comes to making your own bras, you're going to want to look into your heart and figure out what kind of bra that you want to make for yourself. Maybe you've always worn modern bras, but you've been unsatisfied with the support or the shape that they give you. Yeah, you're going to want to think about that. Do you want underwire? Do you want no underwire? Do you want a very rounded shape, or do you want more of a pointed shape? And also, side note, you can choose a pattern and you can alter the shape if you want it to be a little more pointed or a little more rounded. It's actually pretty easy to do that once you learn how to look at the pattern pieces and how to tell which pieces correspond to which areas. It's really not that hard to do, so don't stress over much about that. If you're larger busted, you might want to opt for a more full coverage type of bra with thicker straps, possibly a slightly thicker band. You can also use nice thick cushy elastic along the bottom of the band to make it more supportive and more comfortable. These are all things you're going to want to consider. Also, if you are larger busted, you're going to want to look for a bra cup pattern specifically that uses at least 3 panels. Some bra patterns actually use 4 panels, but you're going to want to look for one with at least 3 to fully get the shape and the curve right, as opposed to a bra cup that just has 2 pieces. Okay, one very important point to talk about with choosing a pattern is just getting your size right. So wherever you're buying your pattern from, they should have very detailed instructions for you on exactly how to measure yourself. Now, the website that I've talked about already, that again, I'm not sponsored by in any way, but maybe I should be because I'm giving them such a good plug. They use a method of measurement that I really, really like, and I find very more effective than the typical approach to measuring. So the typical approach to measuring is first measuring your under bust measurement, so directly under your bust along where your bra band would be, and then getting your full bust measurement, so directly around the fullest point of your bust, straight around to your back. Now, the website I've mentioned, instead of doing the full bust measurement, they actually use what's called the bottom cup depth measurement, which is where you simply take a measuring tape and you start it here and you go directly up to your bust apex, which is the fullest point of your bust. And you just measure it on one side, or maybe if you're asymmetrical, you could measure on both. And that can give you a really accurate idea of what cup size you need, because for people like me, for example, where you have a larger cup size relative to your back size, the bottom cup depth measurement gives you an accurate representation of not only how big around you are total, but how much of that measurement is coming from your boobs and how much of it is actually just coming from your back measurement as well, if that makes sense. Okay, so once you've chosen a pattern and you've gathered materials, it's time to cut and sew. This part can seem scary if you've never done it before, but you really just need to dive in and do it. So once you've cut out your paper pattern from whatever pattern you've chosen to use or buy, then you just simply lay it down on your fabric. If you have the capacity to do this, I would recommend cutting out your bra pieces with a rotary cutter on a cutting mat and simply using pattern weights to weigh down your pieces. First of all, this is a lot quicker than having to pin on each piece and cut around it. But second of all, it minimizes the need for making extra pin marks in your fabric by pinning the paper pattern onto it. Also, bras typically have a lot of small pieces, so you just want to streamline that process as much as possible. And using a small rotary cutter like the one you see me using just really speeds it up. And then it's time to sew. So you're going to want to go ahead and just follow your pattern's instructions for how to sew it together. So most bras will have you do a technique where you first sew the seam with right sides together, and usually the seam allowance is quite a bit smaller than your typical garment seam allowance. And then you'll press that seam open and you will top stitch on either side of the seam. Now there are other techniques you can use, such as putting bias tape over the seam, but usually any type of bra you're making is going to have some sort of reinforcement going on for this seam, because you want the seam to be strong. Since the seam allowance is so narrow and these seams are so curved and they're really like, that's what you're relying on for your bra support, it needs to be reinforced either with top stitching or with some bias tape or something like that. Now, another quick word about cutting and sewing is that you can actually choose to use double layers of fabric for certain key areas of your bra, even if your pattern doesn't say to do that. For me personally, I know that I like my bra to be extra supportive, and especially since I was using the modern bra fabric with a little bit of stretch in it, I wanted to make sure it would still be supportive. So I doubled up the fabric on both the bottom panels of the bra cup, as well as the side panel, and also the center front, which was said in the pattern to double up the center front, but I chose to double up, also the under bust area. So that way I know it's going to be more supportive for me. So that's also another little trick that you can have up your sleeve. Step 4, customize your bra. Let's talk about how you can customize your bra. Now, this is something you're going to want to keep in mind in the earlier stages when you're buying your fabric, but you can easily customize a bra by adding some lace overlays, or even just having completely sheer areas of your bra. That can look nice as well. Yeah, it's really fun. You can do color blocking in different areas of your bra. You can find, fancy embroidered bra fabrics that are sheer, and I really recommend looking into that. because there's also a lot of kits that you can get to have, you know, certain looks of fancy bras. And again, that's such an amazing way to save money, because usually if you want to get a fancy bra with all sorts of lace and cool fabrics, you have to spend a lot of money. And this is a way that you can do it quite inexpensively while getting a very well-fitting bra, because of course it's custom made. Step 5, finishing touches. Okay, so the final part of making your bra is simply adding the elastic. So once you've gotten it all sewn together and you've decided how you want to customize it, if at all, you can see that I didn't really customize this bra at all, because for me, I like to learn something first just by making a very basic version, and then I like to later make more fancy versions. But once you've sewn it together, the next step is going to be adding your elastic. The elastic not only finishes the edges, but it just adds a little more kind of oomph to the support of the bra, just to help hold everything in, and also to make it a little more comfortable, so that way that the edges of the bra won't be cutting into your body in any way. And there are special types of elastics for the different areas of the bra. For example, the bottom of the band, it's usually a wider elastic, and it's usually called a plush back elastic, which means that on the inside that's going to be against your body, it's soft and cushy, whereas along the neckline, it's simply a fold over elastic. And then the armhole elastic is similar to the band elastic, it's just much more narrow. But again, if you buy a bra making kit, it will have all the correct elastics in there for you already, and you just follow the instructions on your pattern to figure out what to put where. Also, we should do a quick word about underwire. As you know, I was not putting underwire in this bra, but if you are, your kit that you buy for your bra making, if you are buying a kit, will have some sort of underwire channeling. And if you are just buying the materials yourself, just make sure to keep that in mind. You need to find the right size of underwire, and wherever you're buying it from will have instructions on how to find that. And then you need to have underwire channeling, which is basically like a tube that's very soft and plush, because it's going to be against your skin. And it's going to be sewn obviously around the underwire area, and then your underwire is inserted into that. As of now, I have actually not yet made an underwire bra, but I will be tackling that for my next bra making project. So I will likely be making a video about that if you're interested in seeing the making of an underwire bra. Okay, so there you have it. That's everything I have for you today. Here is the finished bra. I really love how supportive it is. Both versions of this pattern that I made, both the linen and the duoplex, I just love both of them in different ways, of course. And it's just so empowering to be able to make my own well-fitting bras that are nursing accessible, that fit me well, and are supportive. I really hope you feel inspired to try bra making, or at least maybe you don't feel quite so like it's out of your range, because it's totally not. Anyone can do bra making if they set their mind to it, and it's not really that hard at all. If you're feeling inspired to make your own bra, let me know in the comments, and check out the accompanying blog post, which will be linked in the description. And also be sure to check out Skillshare and use the code in the description for your first 30 days free. Okay everyone, I'll see you on the next video.